He's coming too.
What the hell are you doing?
He's awake. Good. Keep him focused. I like the way he feels. He feels sticky. Go about your duties. When the transfer is complete, then we'll have what we came for. I want you to believe me. I wish this could have been any other way, Jackie. But we all have tough choices to make, and this is yours.
So you're the fucker who tried to hit us at the restaurant, huh?
Don't talk and don't think. Just listen. You've been keeping something that was once lost. Something that doesn't belong to you. Now you have to choose to give it back. What happens to you is of secondary concern. I only care about one thing. I want the darkness.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. But the fact is, you're careless. And far too many criminals in this city believe you have a demon living inside you. The restaurant was a test to be certain you were the new darkness host. Now you've passed that test, we want it back. I feel you shifting in there. Are you getting nervous? You're too stupid to give the darkness the fear and respect it deserves, Jackie. It prefers the company of a moron it can control, and it loathes the sight of an intelligent man who can control it. Now I'll ask just once. Will you give me the darkness of your own free will?
Why don't you try and take it if you're such a fucking genius?
If you read anything but comic books and menus, you'd know there are rules. The host may only give up the darkness by choice. I'm afraid I have to help you make that choice. Mr. Peevish, if you'd be so kind.
Watch this, pretty boy. It's your own personal snuff movie.
The darkness made you watch your girlfriend's murder. Your first meaningful act as its host was one of submission. Face it, Jackie. You can't control the darkness, and you never could. Best to give it back to the people who can. That stream of dark essence flowing into the siphon tells me you're already thinking of giving it up. Let's see if I can grease the wheels of that decision. Mr. Bragg.
So, this was your girlfriend, huh, Jackie boy? I guess whores with lip rings give good head. What's the matter? Couldn't fuck her face when her head was blown off?
Jackie? Oh, Jackie, the whole damn place is overrun!
Don't give an inch, Jackie. They don't got the whole place yet. Shut up!
You're under attack all across the city. We have the means and the intent to bring your organization to its knees, and within minutes, we'll control your home. So think fast, Jackie. This isn't just about you anymore. Make a choice, left or right.
Jackie, no! You can't do this to me! You son of a bitch!
Whoa, that one got wet.
You did what you had to do, Jackie. You show these bastards who they just fuck with. Shut your ugly mouth, you fucking corpse.
You made a bad decision to let the genie back out of the bottle, Jackie. To the darkness, you're just a puppet made of skin and gristle. Last chance. Will you give me the darkness of your own free will?
Fuck you!
Then not of your own free will. I'm trying to help you, but if you're too stupid to see it, I'll negotiate in a language even you can understand. Mr. Bragg, kill everyone in the mansion. Find the old lady and tear off both of her arms.
Hey, how about I tear off her useless old tits? What do you think of that, Jackie boy?
You lost Jenny because you couldn't control the darkness. And now you're going to lose everything you cherish because you don't have the sense to accept your limitations. Break his will. He will beg us to take it from him.
resist. Project the darkness. Do not let them take me.
Fuck you. I'm done being a puppet.
You will do my bidding.
Give me one good reason.
Her soul is mine. You will do my bidding!
Jenny.
Jenny's dead, you idiot. Focus! Give me the darkness, or your dear old Aunt Sarah is worm food.
I can't.
You leave me no choice but to use the siphon, Mr. Peevish.
The binding rituals are nearly prepared. Won't be long now.
Good. Keep working him over. I want him as weak as possible when the ritual begins.
Resist.
He's free! The host broke free!
Flesh is weakness! Resist.
He's free! The host broke free!
Eat this, Jackie!
Kill the light.
Peevish, the siphon! Get outside and lock the fucking door! I tried to give you an out, Jackie, so don't ever say you weren't given a choice. You bought this on yourself, and you've bought it on your family. I was only trying to help you. You won't die, Jackie. The darkness won't let you, but by the time you get out, your Aunt Sarah will be gutted and boned, and you'll have gained nothing. Think about just how powerless you are, because next time, I won't ask so nicely. Torch the entire building!
The siphon!
For Jenny!
Stay away from the Stay away from the light. Flesh is weakness. Get away from the light! Flesh is weakness!
Dying time!
It's like a scream. I can hear it. Show us.
Oh, no more foreplay! Let's really fuck out!
Flesh is weakness!
Hit me again! The field around.
I found him!
Hey! Butch! Up here!
Holy shit, Jackie! We thought you were done for.
I know! I gotta get...
Jackie! They took the mansion! They're gonna kill everybody!
Fuck! Meet me up ahead! I'll find my way down!
Take the siphon! It will make us complete!
Shut up!
She cries, Jackie! Not likely, monkey! Some random mischief. There's one, right there!
Where do those things
Ooh, that's great. That one. Bring it to me! Can we go tear someone apart now? Oh, let me at him!
get away with this? He is. The carrier is here!
Standing around.
Flesh is weakness!
feeling. Why are we standing around? Yeah. You stay away from the light.
Wherever you are.
Flesh is weakness.
This is, well, it's a thumbscrew. I don't really know what else to tell you. I mean, this thing is definitely giving off dark energy. But again, we're talking about a device that was used to torture people by slowly crushing their fingers. I'd be scared if it wasn't giving off nasty vibes. What? You want more? Sure. Just give me a second. Okay, I got something. From what I can divine, this thing goes back like 400 years. It was used on a host who was imprisoned by the Brotherhood. Chances are that dark energy I'm picking up is a taint left by the darkness. Meaning this isn't just any thumbscrew, it's an evil thumbscrew, so it hurts more. Maybe. Oh, that's still not enough. Okay, fine. This is the infamous Black Thumb. In 1631, it single-handedly ripped and raped its way across the English countryside, leaving behind a trail of bloody bastards and broken dreams. Never has the world seen such carnage. Pray it never will again. Yes, I am being sarcastic. No, I don't want you to kill me. Okay, I'll shut up now. See this sexy guy right here? This is the Dark Man. As you can tell by the cute little demon heads on either side, the Dark Man was one of your predecessors. In fact, he's the first Darkness host we have any record of. We know there have been hosts before him, but none of them got statues, so fuck him. You know, no one knows who the Dark Man was or where he came from. All we have to go on is one passage from the Hidden Testament of Moses. If I can paraphrase, it says, he walked out of the wilderness, a dark man who spoke with authority. You know, like James Earl Jones. And those words were black, even though wisest were swayed. Cue 40 years of horror unlike anything the world had ever seen. Oh yeah, you heard that correctly. 40 fucking years. Moses wasn't lost in the desert for 4 decades. He was fighting a war against Mr. Tall, Dark, and Stretchy. Seriously, I mean, what's up with this guy's neck? He's like a giraffe. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, the 40-year war, 40-year war. Before the war had ended, the Dark Man had eaten Moses' heart, which is the real reason Moses never saw the Promised Land. It's also probably why the Dark Man got a statue. I mean, killing Moses is a pretty big deal, historically speaking. Okay, so you know the story of the 10 Commandments, right? Of course you do, okay? Moses went up a mountain to receive God's law. When he came back down, Moses found his people worshiping a new god, the golden cow. But they didn't call it the golden cow, it had a name. But legend says God struck it from man's tongue, never to be uttered again. Nowadays, we just call it the graven image. Well, Moses was pissed, obviously, so he disbanded this little cow cult. Some of his people, being of a progressive mindset, were like, hey, what about freedom of religion, man? To which I assume Moses responded, you're kidding, right? But they weren't. So, led by their high priestess, these, we'll call them Calvinists, left Moses and went into the desert to worship their graven image. It was there, according to legend, that the Calvinists met a dark man. You can probably guess where this is going. The dark man claimed to speak for the graven image. He said it demanded sacrifice, human sacrifice. These weren't the smartest people. So, it wasn't long before they were cutting out each other's hearts. When they got around to sacrificing the high priestess, she was understandably not too keen on the idea. So, to save her holy ass, she repented to the God of Moses. Surprisingly, this worked. The Angelus descended upon the altar, possessing the body of the high priestess. The dark man escaped. The people didn't. Okay, I'm looking at this and what I'm seeing is the chime of deliverance. But, and mind you, this is a small but, all records of the chime say it was destroyed along with Solomon's temple back in 586 BC. That said, records have been wrong in the past, so who knows? Maybe it's the real thing. The chime first dates back to the 40-year war, that period of time when Moses and the Israelites fought the darkness in the wilderness. The chime wasn't designed to be a weapon. Instead, it was an instrument of safe passage. According to the secret histories, the chime was carried ahead of Moses' army and struck every 153 steps. Now, any army in history would tell you that ringing a bell nonstop is a bad idea. That's how your enemy finds you. Thing is, the darkness is no ordinary enemy, and the chime is no ordinary bell. You're in the mob. The mob is Italian. Italians like opera, right? Well, you know how an opera singer can shatter glass by singing a certain note? Well, the chime of deliverance does the same thing, except instead of glass, it shatters darkness. The exact pitch has never been identified, but when struck, the chime emits a sound that can physically push back the night. Now, if you want, we can test the chime's authenticity. We just gotta hit it, make it sing. And this is a much larger butt. A butt of epic proportions, really. It might disintegrate you. Just saying. The darkness didn't come from the cradle of civilization. The darkness came from nowhere. Which, if you follow the Rothfusian or Rothfussian, I say Rothfussian, okay? Theory, it means the darkness also comes from everywhere. Numerous cultures throughout history make reference to the darkness, even though most of them had never encountered it. For example, take a look at this Aztec totem. An anthropologist would identify it as the key of Mictlan. Mictlan, of course, being the Aztec underworld. This is wrong on an absurd number of levels. Mictlan was a battleground that fed on the souls of the dead. Man, woman, child, didn't matter. They went on to their death prepared to fight, knowing that Mictlan awaited them. Sound familiar to you? It should. It's the darkness. This is just one example out of thousands. Every person since the dawn of time has known instinctually the darkness was waiting. It's why so many of us have a natural fear of the dark. To me, that says something, and I don't think you're gonna like it. Part of me believes the darkness is inside all of us. Just a small bit of essence. It's a part of us. Maybe the darkness came from us. Maybe it's an extension of who we are. I don't know. But I do know that if any of those crazy ideas are even partly true, then the darkness isn't going anywhere, no matter what we do. I wonder what's on TV tonight. This is, it's a thumbscrew. I don't really...
fell down. I think it broke its wing.
Ow!
Come out wherever you are.
Where did it go? You bring shame to the darkness.
I've got a dog for him.
Ow! I need the dark!
Death is love.
Flesh is weakness!
You are.
He's not attacking you, Leg. He's fucking it!
Oh, let's do some random mischief. More dark essence for us. Can we go tear someone apart now? Watch out, monkey! Here I am! Why are we standing around?
One carries the darkness!
Don't be distracted!
He's holding it! No! I need support!
Here we go, darling!
Foul beast!
Your destiny lies in a grave, Estacado! Yee! Ouch!
Here's got some body.
Don't let up! Let's kill someone! Moving! Cover me! me, don't ya? But monkey, I'm not too far behind.
You were never meant for
Not gonna take that lying down.
I see Jackie. Death to those who fight the Brotherhood. Shoot him!
Where are you?
It's the host!